we do.
This is what we do.
We're gonna
Welcome.
We're gonna
We
piss
talk
excellence,
shit.
too.
Welcome.
We wake
welcome.
up every morning and piss excellence.
Exactly.
Welcome to the show to nowhere.
Nah, I wake up and wonder
John.
how I can be an asshole.
Chuck, Brian, Mike, back with you
Yeah,
to have some fun.
indeed, sir.
Yes.
We didn't get together last weekend because
Nope.
everybody had
Took
shit
a weekend
to do.
off. Hope everybody enjoyed the classics, if you will.
Yeah,
Some from the vault that were popped up there.
yeah, it was a lot of fun to do.
I
those.
thought the Thanksgiving one was pretty freaking funny,
Yeah,
by the way. I hadn't heard it in a long time, or since we did it.
yeah.
I listened to one of the ones that was just the audio. It wasn't the
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
This
there's
is
video
an
at
audio,
all.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of them that we have that there's no video with
Mhm.
because
It
shit,
was on the old computer.
yeah,
that,
shit crashed. And, yeah, lost
Anyway.
a ton of videos. So.
Well, we're on a budget.
Yeah, we're balling on a
Yep,
budget,
yep.
like a $3 budget. So if you would like and subscribe, we would get a better camera.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
So,
don't think of us. Think of Chucky.
think of Chuck.
Because if we make more money, we can get him laid. Not by a prostitute. He would just have more
Well,
money
I mean,
to buy whatever he needs to
good
buy.
point. Good point.
I was digging a hole. There's no way to come out
No.
of it.
No, you are looking up right now.
Yeah, yeah.
You
And you
are.
know, I wasn't giving you
Oh.
shit saying
Yeah.
that, you know,
Oh,
we're
you
gonna
weren't?
we're gonna get a working lady for you. We weren't saying. I wasn't saying
Oh,
that.
Chuck, I
Well,
got something
we
for
start
you.
making money. I'm
No,
going
no,
to
no,
demand
no.
it now.
No, no,
I'm
no.
going to call my people.
Hold on. This is
in my dressing
room. it's
This is one of the most beautiful lead-ins of all time. So
Are you gonna?
there is a new sex doll out there, Chuck.
Oh.
Oh, I've
and
seen this.
It's the Greta. How you say it? Thunberg.
Thunberg.
You know the girl
Thunberg.
that's like. You
How
see the
dare
meme, like,
you?
"Ah," and all like she's freaking out, right?
They
about
all do
everything.
that.
They do. all
I
do
don't
that.
know what you're talking about.
But so she has a sex doll out now. Okay.
Oh my god.
And it says that someone spent $3,400 to make it. She will be programmed with Greta's voice.
Oh, Jesus.
This
Like
A
Siri?
phrase is like, "How dare you?" during sex. It
Wrong
says,
hole.
it says the earth needs to hurry up and burn.
Worst part is he'll probably sell that.
What a nasty sex doll.
Well, have
man.
you seen the ones that they have out now?
That's just terrible.
No, I don't
No.
go looking
There's
at it.
no,
I've heard there's like robots. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
dude. No, there's this dude on
Yes.
TikTok that's got one of those sex dolls, and she has a fucking name.
Wow.
She stays in a room, like in his house or whatever, and he dresses her up
This is terrible.
in all sorts of outfits, and I think the dude is married.
She's
Really?
I'm not
Oh, really?
100%. I'm not 100% now. On one hand, you're
He
like,
ain't getting none.
no,
Yeah, he is.
yeah, he is. He's
Whoa,
getting
okay.
It's
It's
a
But
real.
competition now.
He ain't getting no real.
Their
It's a competition.
their
I don't
life,
know. She's probably like, you know what?
I
Fuck
don't
you.
know.
You
they're
figured
they're
all.
lifelike. Like you can bend
I've
them up,
heard that.
and their legs will stay where they're gonna stay, and all that shit. Yeah. My thing is, you know what? Different strokes, different folks. You go do your thing.
Sure.
But what happens when it comes time for cleaning day?
Dude.
Yeah.
Well, you got to clean right after.
Oh,
You can't let
you'd have
that
to.
sit in
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
it's just gross. Yeah, the whole thing is just gross. It's like, wait a minute.
It's like
why
an old
am I-
bong that you didn't clean out.
You got to get. Hey, you know those gun cleaners? They got the bristles and shit, and you run them in the barrel.
We've all been there. Yeah.
Big pipe cleaner.
You walk in there, you have to look at her and go, "This is just foreplay. Trust me, it's gonna hurt you more than me."
It's rigged for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, I
sick,
mean,
man.
yeah, no. I mean, I don't want to. No.
And what if you
No.
You
get
take it in the
caught?
shower with you afterward?
I don't know, man.
Well, that's
I
like
don't
the
know.
things that used to take batteries or
bath.
plug in, the
Let's take a
pocket
bath,
pussies and
sweetheart.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't trust any
How-
of those.
What happens if it's shorts out while
Yeah.
you're playing with it?
Oh,
And you end up dead.
well,
You end up dead. Is that
Did
how you
you
want to be
see the-
found?
well, I heard that they're making robot
plug-in
sex
ones, or-
dolls.
Yeah,
now.
the plug-in one.
No, there's one that's a a butterfly or whatever. You can put it on. This lady was doing
Your
a whole
TikToks are a
fucking
lot different than mine.
yeah. She was doing a whole fucking
like
skit
it.
about it. She was pissed. She put it on. You can set an alarm, so you go to bed with it, and you want to get up at say 6:30. So you set the alarm on the fucking thing. I don't know if if it's got buttons on it or if it's Bluetooth. I don't fucking know. But it's 6:30 in the morning. It'll start vibrating her pussy.
Dang.
Yeah, and this
nice.
lady, oh God, love her. She was an older lady. It fucking shorted out.
Oh.
It shorted out on her hoo-ha. And she was fucking bitching. She was like, I pissed myself, and that just made it worse. 'Cause it had
Magic
it-
pussy.
Oh, it had a short in it, and she's like, I couldn't get it off because she, I guess, set the alarm for like 6:30, and it shorted out.
Oh.
So she woke up getting electrocuted and her clit vibrating, and she was probably like, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. You know what I mean? How do I know these stories? I don't know. People just
That was
People
going to
tell
be
me.
my next question, honestly.
People tell me.
Well,
but-
that's what I'm saying. I heard they're
What?
making these robot sex dolls. What? I mean,
their battery
what's gonna happen?
because they talk.
They talk.
Yeah, so
I
there's
heard they
batteries.
talk.
Oh, yeah.
They have facial expressions.
I mean, are they gonna
I
clean
don't-
your house and
I don't-
cook you dinner?
I don't trust. I don't.
And then the robot's like, I'm not putting out.
I'm not in the
You're
mood.
abusing me.
I'm not
I'm
in the
not in
mood.
the mood. I haven't been oiled today.
Yeah, it's been upgraded. Updated its software.
That's not in the mood.
I don't like you putting it there
I have a
anymore. I'm a
headache.
Christian girl. Yeah, my
Damn
batteries.
AI.
My batteries hurt.
It
I need a
learned.
break. I don't trust anything that's got batteries now.
Oh my
Look at the
God.
cars; they catch fire just fucking
Oh.
randomly. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I want. I want to be fucking a
Oh, and
robot
the one-
sex
the-
doll, and it catches fire
Yeah.
and burns my dick off. No, no.
You tried to burn your face off
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
twice.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm gonna have to make a phone call online.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna make a phone call online.
I forgot to tell my wife dinner was ready.
Oh.
Oh, that was a while ago.
So,
It
speaking of
was.
electric cars, though, I saw this thing. It was pretty
bet.
cool. It said comparing
And,
Tesla's
cars are gonna be
0-60 times
I forgot all about
to real performance cars
Right,
is like
let me
comparing a microwave to a barbecue grill.
Be on if you come down.
It may cook faster, but nobody ever wished for a microwave burger.
because I just wanted to. The hell with it.
I didn't even know that you could smoke a
Right.
burger. Me and John have done this before too,
Yeah.
just to try it
I was
out,
saying,
and
I've-
it was
I've smoked
really
a
good.
burger,
But
yes.
I've never.
You smoke everything.
Everything has a flashpoint.
Every damn
Yeah,
thing.
you're right.
And my wife just did say the best mac and cheese I made was the smoked one I did for like 6 hours on it. Oh my God.
I used to do that all
It
the
was so
time,
good.
but I'd have to put, like, I'd take a cover off and let the smoke get to it for
Yeah,
just a little bit,
Right, in
And
the
then cover it
beginning
back.
and then cover it.
Other
Yes.
words, you're farting smoke rings the next day. It's
Yeah,
just
oh,
too
right.
much.
You can't
It's
get
too
it too
much.
much. I agree. So I want to
Did
go
you
into
already eat?
something.
I would.
Did you already eat?
No.
Oh, damn,
Oh.
good man. Making sure you ate and everything.
No, I'm good.
So I want to go
Okay.
into something crazy.
I just want to make sure because she's
My
going to come
wife's
down
gonna
and think
be,
she's just going to grab the whole thing. So
So the first time ever in the history, I didn't want to grab a boob.
What?
I grab my wife's like all the time.
Yeah, I did too. I bean dip all the time.
Oh, of course, of course. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
one of
always
the
take the
joys.
free
Just-
boob shot. So I'm sitting outside this morning drinking my coffee, and my wife comes out. She's like, "It's too hot out here to drink coffee." I was like, "No, it's not. It's fine. Come on, sit down with me." And it's like after you sit for a minute, it's fine. And I was fine. She stands up after about 15 minutes later and goes, "I'm sweating my ass off." And I was like, "What? I'm fine. What are you talking about?" And she takes my hand and lifts it up her shirt under her boob. And it was just all sweat. I went, "Son of a bitch." The
You-
first time I ever not wanted to grab a boob.
You got the boober butter.
You got the underbutter. You got the
I put
underbutter.
my hand out like, I need a napkin now. Damn.
You gotta go wash.
You should have just made. You should have just made fucking eye contact with her.
That's awesome.
You should have just looked back at her, stared in her eyes, and went.
Oh, went across the nose. Just look at her.
So I do that sort of stuff, and my wife, she's just like,
That's
"What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "There's a lot
trying
of
to grab
things."
him tonight. I go,
It's a long list. We ain't
Yeah.
got all day.
Like I've told her, you want it by alphabetical or just by
Yeah.
importance? 'Cause it's a list.
Oh my god! And so God.
I don't know.
Brain
I don't know
is
what's going
just going.
blank.
It's
All right.
gone, man.
All right, I got something for you.
What do
What do
you
you
got?
got?
I'd be
What do you
kind of
got?
curious what all insurance people have heard over the years, because you know when I got hit by the tire, I was like, yeah, they're going to believe I got hit by a tire
Oh, in your car.
in my car, you
Right.
know.
Right.
And the guy's like, oh, that's nothing. You just got hit by the tread. There's a guy that called in and put a claim last week that
Went through
literally
the
the whole
windshield?
it landed on the hood and took the motor out. It was bouncing while I was going down.
Took the motor out?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
totaled the car.
Was it an 18-wheeler tire?
He
Yes,
didn't
it
really
had to
say
have
it had
been.
to have
It
been.
had to have
It
been.
wasn't no Geo
But it-
Metro.
Or
It was
or
bouncing.
some kind of trailer tire or something like that.
Something.
But I was
be
going
heavy
down
duty.
Bell's
Yeah.
Ferry near your neighborhood, and all of a sudden you just saw all the cars hitting the brakes. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" All of a sudden I see something up in the air, back down. I was like,
the
"The
deer.
fuck is that?" Started looking. There's a fucking tire bouncing down the road. Went into the other lanes.
Yeah.
Started bouncing. What's funny is when I saw the trailer, it was a trailer tire. When he pulled over to turn into the neighborhood, the hub, the lug nuts were all still there. It literally broke all the way around the outside and
Wow.
came off.
Seriously, in just
And
the
it-
right side.
And was bouncing down the
Wow.
damn road.
Wow.
When we went, me and
Wow.
Lynn went to Michigan for something. I forget what we went up there for. And we were up there staying in some whatever. We're in a hotel. And I turn on the news because, you know, when you're in a new state, it's kind of funny to watch some of the news and
Yes,
shit. To
every-
see.
no, I agree with that.
You know
completely,
what I mean?
especially when you're in like New Orleans or
Right,
something like
right.
that. It's
Let's-
like, whoa,
let's
what
watch
the
some
hell's
crazy
going
shit.
on here? Yeah,
This lady, like this company that moves mobile homes, like for work sites or for regular homes or whatever, you know, those tires that are on there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They're going down the interstate, tire fucking flies off, bounces, hits a couple cars, jumps the median while it's in the air and goes right through the windshield of a car and kills the lady that was driving. And the fucked up thing is that they said on the news that the company that was doing the trailer, moving all that, it's like they haven't had a mark or ding against them in like fucking 20 years or whatever. It was just a freak fucking the tire just fell off and
well,
it
that's
just
what I. That's
her
what I
number
about to
was
say.
her number was
all-
already on the board for
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
tire to come for her like
We've
that.
all pulled trailers like that in the past.
Oh yeah, I've pulled some
Has anything
sketchy
like
shit.
that? Has anything? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Has anything like that ever happened to y'all? Thank God.
One of my buddies, Billy,
But
he was pulling was it air welder?
Yeah, I
Something
lost
behind the
both
dump truck and
tires.
lost a tire off of it,
Yeah.
and it broke the what's that crap called? Lattice. Below at a house. It hit that instead of going up on the porch. He ran down there, got it, and the company was telling him it was his fault. He goes, I didn't put the damn tire on.
Yeah.
He's like,
That's when I was working for Pruitt. We were going down Barrett Parkway.
yeah, but
You were
that's-
in the truck, weren't you?
you guys forgot for
when
a
the fucking
reason.
air compressor.
Oh, yeah, man.
We're driving down the
Yes,
road,
dude.
and all of a
It
sudden,
passed us.
yeah, all of a sudden, Rodney looks in his mirror and he was like, "Man, everybody's backed way off," and he just keeps driving. And then all of a sudden, he just looks up and then, boom, throws it down a gear and hauls ass. And we're like, "What the fuck?" And we look to the right, and there's our air compressor fucking passing us.
That's it going right on by. Like,
I was
oh,
like,
shit.
That ain't supposed to fucking happen.
It
And they
went
blamed it.
down. It got over.
Bouncing on the curb, I was like, "This is when it flips. This, I'm gonna lose my job."
It got over to the side, pulled over in the turn
So what-
lane.
Yeah.
But
We
what
backed
happened?
up, hooked it up. They blamed us.
They blamed us for not hooking the trailer up, but the hooking the trailer
Oh,
up,
okay. The air
that
compressor
wasn't
was
even
on.
our
wasn't
deal.
Our deal.
that wasn't even our deal
That was
because
them.
they literally were like, "Y'all are retards. We're gonna, you know," and they
Because
did
you were
it.
the newbies.
Yes.
Well, we were
Yes.
young kids,
Yeah.
and these are all
Yes.
guys our age
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
that are out there working.
Yeah, going,
and
this
there's-
dumb 17-year-old is
Yeah.
not hooking up the trailer.
No,
Right?
Yeah.
but when that fucker passed us, it was
Yeah.
me and his fault. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
there's 4 of us
There's
in there.
4 of us in there.
Me and you in the middle.
in the middle.
Rodney and then that other motherfucker
other
against the
piece
door.
of shit.
Yeah, that
That's
fucking that lived in your dad's
oh, no,
neighborhood.
that guy was all right.
Yeah,
Tommy or whatever his
Tommy.
name
Yeah,
was.
it was Rodney and Tommy and me and Mike in the
Yeah.
middle, and they're like, "This is y'all's fault." And we're like, "What?
What?
What?"
If it flips,
Yeah.
you got what?
They weren't gonna lose their job. They're
No.
like,
What
"Dude,
happened to the compressor?
it
It-
just
Nothing.
bounced
It pulled
against
over
the curb
and
and
they,
it
It
stopped."
bounced out.
Yeah.
It literally a turn lane. It pulled
Yeah.
over and it stopped.
It pulled all the
Oh,
way
well,
over.
and
Thank
we
God.
pulled over, hooked it up, and kept
Thank
going in the job.
God.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, I would have done the same thing.
I was
Let
like-
me get to my air compressor.
I was like,
Besides that trailer, I've personally lost 5 trailers in my life.
"Really?"
Really? Where?
3 of them at Rainmaster.
Really?
One of
Because-
them, both the right hand, but the remember those big old trailers with the pipe racks on each side,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
the old
Uh-huh.
install trailers.
Yeah.
The whole right side pipe set rack fell off, hit the 2 tires on the right side, blew those 2 tires, and literally threw the trailer off of my truck, threw me all over 75 going north.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Richard called me, "What the fuck you do?" I did nothing, son of a bitch.
Brian has
But,
brats in there.
Brought in there.
He hasn't eaten yet.
But yeah, and then I almost
Hey,
flipped
leave me
the
leave
truck
me
and the
too.
brand new
Or one.
Ditch Witch 3600
I
with the
know.
backhoe.
Well,
We
go
got it
ahead.
delivered
I'm
to a
fine.
job site, and the guys loaded. They loaded it too far back. I got on 285, hit a bump. That trailer started doing this. I took up every lane of 285 trying to slow that truck down,
Really?
just
Yeah.
downshifting.
Mm.
Clint was behind me. He calls me, "Holy shit, dude! I thought you were dead. How did you save that?" I was like, "I don't know. I just kept downshifting."
Well, when I went,
It was crazy as hell. And
When
then
I
I
was-
dropped the trailer, leaving the parking lot at Rainmaster,
right.
pulling out, and it went straight into that post office that was there, right?
Yeah.
And I backed up to it, hooked it up, and got on with life. And then, if you went out of there, and if you crossed over the road and went through the neighborhood over there, I punched it to go across. The trailer stayed. I went across the intersection. After that, they made the rule because that was like 2 weeks in a row right there.
Yeah.
I could see that.
That
can see that.
the drivers had to make sure the trailers were hooked up correctly because the Mexicans were hooking them up.
They just maybe messing with you too. Like,
Yeah.
Probably did.
Yeah.
I dropped
He
2
yelled
of
at me
them.
yesterday.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I work in trailers, and it's gotten to the point now where I want to hook myself up.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of somebody else hooking
Absolutely.
me up. If I'm gonna blame anybody, if something goes wrong, I want to blame
Yes.
myself.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to blame somebody else.
I was working at this little irrigation place,
Yeah.
and I looked at the guys. I said, "Do not put the machine on the trailer. This is the wrong ball size." I said, "We need to find the correct ball size."
Right.
And the owner was like, "You need to load that van up with all this." So I start loading the stuff up, knowing I got to change the ball still, right?
Was the ball still
No,
too
no, no.
big or too small?
The ball was too small. I'm straddling it, putting a
hate it
box in,
I hate it when that happens.
and I hear the machine start going up on the trailer. The owner got pissed because it wasn't on the trailer, starts loading the motherfucking trailer up. It comes
goes
up,
pop.
and thank God I'm 6'4", because I barely had enough time to jump, and it got me probably 6 inches below my dick in the leg
Damn,
as I jumped up.
that's what's wrong with you.
And
Chuck.
the owner looked at me and said, "Are you a fucking idiot? I told everyone don't put the machine on here. This is the wrong ball. And I asked you where the correct ball size was. And you still came over here and loaded the machine up."
Dude, in North Georgia, I put machines on trailers that
Absolutely.
shouldn't have been
Yeah.
on those
No.
trailers.
No. Well, hell, when I was working for Oasis, they sent me down in his personal truck, which is his work truck, but it was like a GMC fucking Sierra or whatever, really nice.
Yeah.
Full leather, all that. Gives me a trailer, says take the truck down to South Georgia, pick up these trees, and bring them back. And I'm like, all right, not a problem. I get down there, and it should have been clue one when the truck wouldn't pull the trailer. I had to get the Bobcat to push the trailer to push me
No.
get out?
to get him a rolling start out.
Really?
Once I got out of the dirt and the mud and shit, because I was like, oh, it's probably just
Oh.
mud,
And nobody tested the tires.
Oh, well, it gets good.
The brakes, the
So,
lights.
I'm going down the road. Well, I got out and checked the lights and all that,
Okay,
made sure
okay,
it worked. I
okay.
pulled the trailer down there, so, but he loaded all these trees on and then had to push me out. I get going down, and it's all side roads, at first.
Sure.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of weight back there. This is kind of sketchy. It's going to be a white knuckle fucking ride all the way back. I got on the interstate and started fucking going. It was overweight by a lot. It blew the fucking tire out.
No.
Yeah, on the trailer.
dude.
And it was fucking, it was fully loaded. And I remember this guy was in a car next to me. And the dude was driving, and the dude was in the passenger seat. And as we were going down the interstate, they probably were going real slow past me, going, Jesus Christ, he is way overweight. About that time, the
His
tire
trailer's going
blew.
Like this.
The tire blew. And the look on my face
Yeah.
must have said it all. Because I looked over at him, And at this time, the trailer's doing one of these
Yeah.
and then pulling my truck this way
Absolutely.
and this way.
Yeah.
And I look over at him, and he's got the same fucking look as I have. And I'm like, this is not going to end well. I'm going to run right into that bridge, and I'm dead. Or I'm going to take this motherfucker out. So I start standing on the brakes, but not locking it down because I'm already
Right.
out of control. So if I lock
Absolutely.
it down, I'm really
You're
fucked.
really
You're
fucked.
just gonna whip it around.
So I'm fucking, hitting the brake. I'm trying to get off the side of the road, and I'm fighting a fucking truck that's jammed, just yanking me all over the goddamn interstate. Finally get it to a stopping point. I had to get people to come down there. Now it's about 8 o'clock at night.
Where?
I was in South Georgia.
Oh, outside.
So I had to have trucks from work come down with a bobcat.
To lift the trailer so you can change the.
No, to take the fucking trees off because I said
Right.
I'm not fucking pulling this anymore.
No.
This is overloaded. This was stupid. You're a fucking idiot. I'm not doing this. So they brought 2 trucks down and picked up all the fucking 2 trucks. Picked up all the trees, took his machine back with him, and they took off. I left the fucking trailer on the side of the interstate. I was like, you can go fucking suck a dick. That
But the
motherfucker.
worst part is somebody knew
Right.
that
So,
it was overloaded.
When I get back.
The tree people knew it was
Yeah.
overloaded.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
somebody bought,
Yeah.
paid an invoice.
Oh,
let's
yeah.
just put it that way, and
Yeah.
knew that was going to be overloaded.
Oh, yeah. So
So-
when I came in the next day, he was like, not, how are you?
yeah,
Sorry you went
Again,
through
adding
that.
to the messed upness.
Anything like that. He said, where's my trailer? And I said, your trailer's on the side of the fucking interstate. And he
Nope.
goes, you need to grab a truck and go pick it up.
Nope.
Change tire. And I'm like,
Nope.
all right, cool. I'll go change tire and bring it back. That right
Sure.
there ate up over half my day. So I was like,
Absolutely.
fuck you, dude. That's bullshit. You knew it was going to be
Exactly.
Yep.
overloaded. It was like fucking
Exactly.
caliper trees, like 4-inch.
Uh-huh.
So the root balls are fucking massive. And there was a lot of them. It was to the point.
2,000-pound trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was, I was like,
On a
dude.
5,000 or 10,000 pound trailer.
Yeah.
And probably just got
Exactly.
watered at the same time.
Oh yeah, well
Okay.
it had been raining because the whole fucking yard.
Yeah,
Oh.
so
was
it
all
just
muddy.
Soaked, it just soaked all
That's
that
why
up.
he had to. He was like,
So they were even
Yeah.
heavier.
he goes, he's putting the trees on, and I think he had said at one point, "You
Was
want
it-
all of them?" And I'm like, he said to pick up all of them. I said, "Do you think it's cool if I take all of them?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Is
He
this
didn't
a
give a
one-
fuck.
He didn't give a
Is this
shit,
in like
dude.
a 150 or 250?
No, it was
or?
a GMC Sierra, like a
Yeah.
full size
It was
4-wheel drive.
2,500, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah, it was a
alright, that's where I
badass
was
truck.
trying to go. With.
So-
What was it?
It was a badass truck.
it was,
It was
badass
a
truck.
diesel.
No,
No.
Oh,
So I
But
asked.
it was the big boy.
okay.
yeah,
I asked a deaf guy that I went to his house all the time
Yeah.
working. I said, "So what's the scariest thing?" Because
you mean you signed to him?
no, he could he could
I
read
was
lips.
wondering.
He could read lips very well. I'd forget he's deaf
Yeah.
and turn around and he goes, "I'm deaf, Chuck. Turn back around. I can't read your lips." I'm like, "Fuck." Turn back around, look at him. No, that's
So
the bad.
he went deaf after.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
but he sat there and I said, "So what's the scariest thing that's happened to you since you've been deaf?" He goes, "Pulling my trailer." I said, "He has a big ass boat. I mean, heavy boat, right? It's a big one." He goes, "I blew a tire on the boat trailer." I said, "Well, that's not that scary." He goes, "You're not deaf. You hear the pow. I don't."
But
Oh,
he's got to
damn.
feel it.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
what he's
yeah,
driving
but
like this, and all
of
of a sudden,
True.
and I
right?
never thought about something like that till he said it. I was like, "That would
'Cause-
scare the shit,"
usually
because
when
we
it
hear
happens,
the boom.
You hear the
Yeah.
boom, and then it's whoa.
And
what
then
the
it's-
fuck?
Or why
well-
is my steering wheel going this
But
way?
there's definitely a
When
warning.
you hear the
Yeah.
boom, you're like, "Fuck," and you already know what's
Yeah.
about to happen.
I
All
agree
he
with that.
felt was,
He just got the shit thrown at him.
Yeah, dude.
The steering wheel's going this way, but he's still going this
Yeah,
way.
he's
way
like, "What the
worse,
fuck?"
man.
What's going on?
but
Way
I was just
worse.
like,
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Wow.
way worse.
But go figure who's the guy that asked someone that.
Yeah.
Me.
Oh, wow, dude.
But also about the insurance stuff, I was watching a video and a deer went running. I don't know if they're in a pickup truck or what, but they're pulling a camper like yours.
okay.
The deer jumps behind the truck.
Oh, between it and the
It
It was
camper.
like
It?
I hit my shin on that bitch once. I ain't doing it again. So it hurdled it. And it got the camper.
inside the camper.
The
didn't it?
top part too. And it just caved in.
Oh, it would.
Oh.
dude. It would
And then the
totally
lady
just-
goes, "It's still alive." It just took off.
"Yeah."
Are you serious?
Oh, absolutely,
And
man.
Then you hear the husband go, "How are we going to explain this?" to the insurance company.
Bullshit. You tried to go through a drive-through,
That's
motherfucker.
right. You tried to go through a drive-through.
But they have it on video. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'll show you the video.
Oh, absolutely. That's why my son Joey, he's got dash cams now all in his car.
I want to do
But
He's
that.
like,
I
you
was,
gotta
I was
be-
gonna ask, does anybody run a dash cam here?
No,
No.
I
We
want
We never have.
I should,
But you
man.
see, but you see videos. It's like,
You know
damn,
how
it's
many
really good thing he had a
years-
dash cam.
Yeah.
You know how many years of good content I could have put out there?
Oh,
years
yeah.
of driving
Well, no.
around,
John would be the
doing
funniest.
service.
John would be the funniest. Get the audio with John.
I'm
in a
not
car.
talking about that. I'm talking about what you see
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're driving.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
near accidents,
Oh.
the accidents.
Fucking
the
crazy people.
crazy ass stuff I've seen out of the windshield of a car driving through Atlanta.
Just today,
yeah.
we saw it. We're coming up to Piedmont in 5, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna make a right. Don't ask me why I went that way, but I had to go from there all the way down to 41. So I purposely put myself in shit row to deal with all that traffic. But I came down to Piedmont and I'm making a right, and I'm looking this way for traffic to be clear to my left to where I can go. And Lynn goes, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "What?" And I look up. A dude stopped his car in the turn lane in the other, going northbound.
Yeah.
Got out of his car, went over and stopped a truck that was going straight. They had a conversation. It didn't look angry. They just fucking had a conversation.
Right.
Hey, buddy.
And
yeah.
then he walked
Yeah.
back, got in his car. He pulled forward. That other dude pulled forward, and they were next to each other. But they weren't talking at that point, but they weren't mad at each other. At least you couldn't tell.
He
And
was
I'm
asking for directions. It's the South, man.
I was like, what the
Absolutely. It's
We're
good,
polite.
good, friendly.
He got
Yeah,
manners.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
There's
And
not a
Lynn goes,
shooting in Atlanta every day.
Lynn goes, oh,
Not at all.
it's just a drug deal. And I was like, yeah, probably.
Probably. Who knows?
Yeah, middle of
Who
the road.
knows?
Hey man, I'll meet you at Piedmont and
Yeah,
5, and
we're
we'll
gonna
just
just
stop
stop.
right
Hey,
there.
is that you there? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's me. Jump out real quick.
Yeah, grab your shit,
It's
man.
a flash deal.
Nobody will know the difference.
Nobody will
no.
expect it. They'll just think we're
Oh
fighting.
wait, we're
Yeah.
all looking at you.
Yeah, they'll be like, it's just road rage.
Did you guys ever do Chinese
Everybody's
fire
doing it.
drill?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
So,
think
same
everyone's
thing.
done
Who
course.
knows?
Have you
Yeah,
ever
but
seen
they were-
someone do it?
2 separate cars.
We remember doing it in Mike
Yeah.
Hyatt's van with like
Oh
10
my
of us.
God.
Oh yeah.
Holy
van.
hell, dude. The Toyo wagon, we'd open the door. We'd all get like 10 of us and run around the van, man, and I'll jump back in. Then red light, Jeffy drive. What the fuck?
That van
Well, it
was
was funny
such,
as hell.
such a piece of shit.
Yes, it was.
Do you remember? You were
We-
probably there riding
When we went
around.
to the hill,
We had to get out.
we had to get out,
The
walk.
fucking van wouldn't climb
It
the
wouldn't
hill.
go up the hill, and all of a sudden,
Dude, there wasn't, but dude, there was only like 4 or
we had to
5
walk
of us.
up this big steep ass mountain, all of us.
Fucking fucked up as shit too. There was like 4 or 5 of us in that van. It wasn't even packed
It
full.
wasn't even back.
And we go up, we get like halfway, and the van's like, Jeff's like, we're not going.
We're
man.
not gonna make you.
Y'all
guys-
are gonna have to get
y'all
out. And I was
gotta
like,
get out.
are you fucking kidding me right now? Back down and go another
Did
way.
he eventually
I
make
think,
it though?
I think
Yeah, we had to
were,
get out and walk.
yeah.
But
He
he
went,
went.
he
went.
went to the bottom and then just
That's right.
punched it and went right
That's
up
right, he
and past
did.
us as we're
Uh-huh.
walking. And I'm like, this is bullshit.
We were smoking one at the time too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Young.
Well, that was like old Brett's T1000 or whatever.
It wasn't
Chevette.
even. It wasn't even a Chevette.
God, it was a
Yes,
4-banger, but it was only
dude.
running on 3 cylinders.
That thing wouldn't go up a hill
The
either.
thing was, he would
It was
literally.
a 2.7.
It was-
Yeah, it was like a
It
1.2.
was, it was a 1.2.
we would be driving around and he'd be like,
so was Brian's
just-
Yugo.
Yeah,
Gun it.
the Yugo.
"Oh, I got a
I
story
didn't
about
have
that."
a Yugo.
No, there's other Brian.
Oh, okay.
Brett would punch it, and we would be doing like 65 going down a fucking hill
Yes, right.
in a neighborhood, just
Just
to
to
go
get up the next hill.
25
the
or
speed
20
limit.
up by the
hill.
time we got to the
And
next
Brett
one.
would, he'd be he floored it every. Because that's all you could do in that car.
Yeah.
Wham!
At least my Pinto was better than that.
Well,
That's
back
funny.
Die out.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
back in the
The
day,
Yugo, man.
Yeah,
I had to
me-
get out of that and walk one night too.
oh, we blew
I
it
think
up.
you were with me, and we had to walk up the hill, leaving
We blew the
what's her
fucking.
name's house.
We blew his car up.
Not you, John.
We couldn't find. This is
You-
back.
You actually had a curse on you
Yeah.
with cars.
Yeah, I still do.
And oh.
So
Hasn't left.
we did not
yeah.
exercise the
Yeah.
demons, obviously.
it was when we were doing the fish
It's
aquarium stands.
self-inflicted.
Yeah.
And we're building those. So It's like Saturday. It's like Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, or whatever. We couldn't find any weed anywhere, and I'm like 17 at the time.
Right.
Couldn't find any weed anywhere. And File fucking calls his buddy, and his buddy's like, "Yeah, man, I got some." And he's like, "I know where to get some weed." And I was like, "All right, cool. Where are we going?" He goes, "Florida." And I was like, "We're
What?
going to what? We're
What?
going where?"
That sounds like Brian.
So we jump in as Yugo.
You go,
You
but
go.
the car doesn't.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
go nowhere.
We drive all the way down to Jacksonville.
You made it.
Yeah,
You
we
really
made it down.
made it to
yeah,
Jacksonville?
yeah,
That's
we
what
made
I'm
it down.
looking
to
I
at.
And
wouldn't.
his
Jacksonville.
little piece of
I
shit.
wouldn't. I
you
would
know?
not
We
have gotten
show-
in that
I
car
wouldn't have
ride.
either, dude.
We showed up at well, I was going to get high. We show up.
That's a long sober
6
trip to
hours
get high.
drive to get high.
the
I got
ride the
high.
ride back was longer. So we get down there, and I remember the guy's house was on the whole yard was like beach sand, and it just had grass, here or there trying to
Right.
come up. I mean, we were like right around the corner from the water, and I was like, this is cool. Whatever this fucking guy had was fucking the bomb diggity, because it knocked my dick in the dirt.
Well,
I
you
remember-
waited 6 hours to
Yeah.
smoke it,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
mean, it's-
It better be
He-
good.
he-
Anticipation
he was
may have
feeding
helped
it for
out
6
Yeah.
hours.
So we go down there and get just absolutely gourded. Then we fucking pass out. We wake up Sunday
Where'd you
morning
pass out?
at the dude's
Oh,
house.
okay.
And then we
Just
left.
crash at the dealer's house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had no idea
that's
who he
messed
was.
up,
It was
by the
it was
way.
Files'
Yeah.
guy, man. It was his boy. So then we get in the car and we're coming back, and
Says nobody these days.
so the piston, I don't know which cylinder, but it decided to take a fucking vacation, and it pulled the ripcord, but it didn't go out the top. It just dropped out the bottom. I remember pulling over at a rest stop, and Brian's like, "We got to get some oil because my check-in, my oil light's on or whatever." So he goes up and asks the fucking trucker for oil, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I got some oil. Here you go." And he walks over with us, and he sees the oil and shit
Yeah.
from underneath the car, and he's like,
that's
You
not
don't
gonna
need
help,
that.
man.
he goes, "Go ahead and pour that in." And he's
You
sitting there
don't
looking
need
under
that.
the
Did
car.
he say go ahead and pour it in?
Yeah, he pours it in.
It just goes straight
Just
back.
go
Yeah,
straight
he
down.
pours it in, and it's just hitting the concrete. And he goes, "Yeah, dude, you guys are fucked."
Yeah, you're screwed.
I think he did that just to give himself some fucking entertainment.
Seriously.
But
He
it cost
did,
it
dude.
cost him a quart of oil too, though.
He doesn't
He
give a
didn't
fuck.
care.
He didn't care.
Would
Back
you give a
then-
shit? I
No.
wouldn't give a
Back
shit.
It'd be
then,
funny.
Quarter
Yeah.
oil wasn't
No,
bad.
You're right.
So
you're
we
right.
had to call.
You're right.
We had to call his fucking mom, and his
When
mom
you used
or
to
his
get a gallon
sister,
of
I think
gas
his
for
sister,
87 cents a
drove
gallon.
down, met us because we
I
were
remember it was 76.
Yeah.
we were almost to Georgia when
When I
we
was
blew the
driving.
motor, leaving Jacksonville, which is not that far from the border.
No.
We almost made it into Georgia before the motor blew.
So you were in the swamp.
Yeah,
You were in the swamp.
Yeah, you weren't
I
walking
bet
far.
mom wasn't very
You're
happy
about
about
Dawson,
that.
I think it was
basically.
his sister that came down and picked us up.
Okay.
Or I might have blocked it out because I don't remember much of the ride back. So he might have been getting yelled at the entire time.
You had your
going back.
weed. That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah.
I go, we didn't even buy any. We just literally went down there,
Went
got
down
high,
there
and
and
came
left.
back. Yeah,
Oh, that's even worse.
yeah.
Well, no,
Didn't even
honestly.
bring any
Yeah,
back
for
with
real.
you.
I-
No. Everybody in Cobb and Cherokee was fucking dry that we knew. We go to Florida, guys got bomb dank
Uh-huh.
ass shit. We just get high and then come back. We don't bring anything
when
back.
you came back, did anybody have anything, or it was still
I
dry?
don't remember. That was so
Oh,
long
probably
ago.
Still dry.
Probably
Yeah.
still dry. is
It
what
was
I'm
just for
thinking.
one night.
That's what I'm thinking.
But by the time everything happened on Sunday, I couldn't show. It was like fucking. I think we finally got back at like 5 a.m. on Monday. Because we had to wait so long for people to fucking finish doing what they're doing to come all the way down to Florida to rescue 3 fucking
Jeez.
stoners. I think Carnstead was with us. I don't remember.
Jeez.
Carnstead fucking was. He
and
tagged
there
along
you
everywhere
go.
back
That was
then.
gonna make it to Jacksonville and back.
That Yugo was. It was a nice car around town. You don't want to take that thing on the interstate. If you're just going from here to Mike's house, yeah, it's good. That car will get you there and get you home.
Yeah, it would have been all right.
Yeah, if you want to go see
Not
the
at
Braves
Bee Hills,
game, yeah, no, you better take an Uber.
Yeah.
They didn't have Uber back then. It was
No,
just
No.
taxi.
called Trip
That
Taxi.
was just
Do
taxi.
something.
They wouldn't even come out this way.
No.
You know it? They
Yeah.
weren't out here, and they weren't coming out here unless they paid a lot of money.
I remember when
So-
Uber wouldn't deliver out here,
Yeah.
and that was
Hey, I
we're
got
their best customer.
I got a 5-star rating on Uber. You can see your own ranking. You know that, right?
Yeah.
for Uber rides and all that.
I don't Uber.
You
anymore.
can you can see.
Did you drive
Well-
for Uber?
No, you
Oh.
get ranked when you order
driver.
a
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
All the driver when you order a room, when you order a ride, all of the it all depends on what kind of driver.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of,
What's the
rank
payoff
our
here?
show,
Yeah.
like it,
Yeah, subscribe.
subscribe,
Check out Spotify. We got some polls and things like that
Nice.
on there. Not a stripper poll,
interactive.
but a poll.
Maybe
Yeah.
soon though.
Maybe soon
Yeah,
coming to a
maybe.
neighborhood near you.
Just remember, don't lick the stripper pole.
Also,
Be
if you
brave.
like it, subscribe. If you don't, you might have Roy Orbison tattooed on your ass.
What?
Roy Orbison tattooed on your ass.
Why him?
Is he?
Why did we-
Is that Danger Will Robinson or Roy Orbison?
I don't know, but
That's where I was.
maybe
going.
maybe that's a good idea. That way, if you ever go to
Danger,
jail
Mike.
and they pull it down to fucking
Let's say
butt
Roy
fuck you,
Orbison,
they'll be
huh?
like, "Nah, I can't do that.
I'm
That's
getting
Roy
a blowjob
Orbison."
from a guy.
Yeah, he's like, I
Whoa.
can't. I'd have John
Where
Candy's
are we
ass.
going here?
I'd have John Candy's ass tattooed on, or Jim Belushi's face
Wait,
tattooed
wait.
on my ass to where his mouth was the hole. To where those, if I go to jail, no one's gonna want to ruin the famous people like that. Hey, it's called fucking thinking. All right, that's why.
Is that like reverse psychology?
That's
kind
why.
Of thing?
That's
It's-
why I
yeah.
put brake fluid in my crack when I make it, so I can
Right.
stop anytime.
Well,